Alright, this is going to be a quick video showing you how to get started with speedrunning Aeon Drive. The first thing that you want to do is set up your control scheme. You can do that under Options, Game, Controls. I use a Super Nintendo controller, but any controller will do. They all basically have the same layout anyway. Every button or action is remappable, so let's go over the control scheme that I use and why I use it. For this, we'll be looking at the input display. So this is Jump, this is Dagger Teleport, Dash, Sword Attack, Quick Retry, Pause, Time Control, Dagger Retrieve, and the movement. The Dagger Teleport is the primary speedrun mechanic. With this layout, I can easily hit Jump and Dagger at the same time. The secondary speedrun mechanic is Dashing. It's a little less used, so it's mapped over here to the side. You'll want to map your Sword Attack to a trigger, that way your thumb will be free, because sometimes you'll need to Sword Attack mid-air, and it just makes it easier doing it like that. For Dagger Retrieve, I would also recommend mapping it to a trigger, again just to keep your thumbs free. Time Control and Quick Restart are completely up to you. As far as I know, the Time Control is not even used in speedruns. To use Quick Restart, you just have to double tap the button, and it'll take you right back to the start of the level. So you'll want to be in Campaign, open the rules, and turn the timer on. If you don't have the timer on, your times won't be tracked on the leaderboards. Now we're going to go over the speedrun techniques. The Dagger Teleport is the fastest way to move around. You'll always want to be doing this as much as possible. Even if a wall or ceiling is off screen, as long as your dagger can reach it, you can teleport to it. In addition to the standard 8 directions that you can throw your dagger, up, down, left, right, and the diagonals, if you're sliding against the wall, you can throw it away from you. And that whole time, I'm holding my D-pad towards the wall. After you throw your dagger, you don't have to teleport right away, or even at all. You can hit the dagger retrieve button and it'll come back to you. And that's even required in some sections. Like right here, I have to hit that switch so I can get through the gate, and then I can retrieve the dagger when I'm on the other side. The second way to retrieve your dagger is to simply run away from it, and it'll happen automatically. Dashing is the next fastest way to move around. You'll want to do this if you can't reach a wall or ceiling with your dagger, when you're in a tight space where throwing your dagger isn't viable, or when you're on flat ground. Similar to how you can dash under walls, you can also dash under enemies. Crouching or ducking will achieve the same thing, you just have to hold down. You can dash through enemies as well, but it's a little risky. It's also worth bringing up the Sword Attack. It can be cancelled with any movement at any time. The only exception is the Stomp Attack. You'll have to wait for the sword to finish before you can stomp. Your sword can also hit enemies that are slightly below you, as well as being able to pass through some walls. Next up is the Stomp Attack. To do this, you want to be mid-air and then press down and jump at the same time. This can be used to kill enemies, and to be able to reach the ground very quickly from a height. And the last piece of tech that we're going to go over is the wall jump. You can wall jump between walls, or just on a single wall, indefinitely. If you're using a single wall, you just want to hold forward the entire time and jump. Wall jumping using a single wall is a relatively slow option, so you don't want to do that unless you have to. Specifically in a section like this at the end of 1-1, doing that wall jump versus wall jumping from the left side there. I guess I should also mention walking in here. Walking or running is the slowest way to move, but sometimes it could be helpful. Like at the start of 1-2, the goal here would be to throw my dagger at that far right wall. So I could dash twice and then throw it, but that's kind of risky. If I only do one dash, it doesn't get me quite far enough. So what I would do is dash forward, walk a little bit, and then throw my dagger. Alright, so that's about it for the speedrun basics. I hope it helps.